Greetings, crew. Thank you so much for joining me here. I'm sorry for the lateness of this call in the hour.
Military.
But prior to getting settled down for the evening, I figured it'd be worth bringing a bit of information that we pieced together to your attention, considering it may eventually involve the crew at large. I'll key you in on a few months ago we were involved in a contract. The Capellan Federation hired us to deal with some militia forces groundside that were conducting operations on their world. So we moved in to assist, and it turned out that they were Free Worlds League forces. The Capellans had lied to us about this particular contract, and we didn't figure out exactly as to why. They had us do reconnaissance, and the opposition we met was much harder than expected. Following that contract, they wanted us to do a retrieval mission for them, where we picked up a particular piece of cargo. Inside this cargo, because we got curious as to what the Capellans were sniffing around about and going behind our backs about, seemed to be an experimental piece of tech, a weapon. Like a Gauss rifle, but even bigger. We ended up handing it back to the Capellan Federation afterwards to fulfill our contract. Later on, it was brought to our attention on behalf of the MRBC that apparently the item we were to deliver was returned in destroyed, wrecked, and useless condition. Thus, it affected our MRBC rating. Quite obviously, we had nothing to do with this. Now, a lot of you will remember, a matter of weeks ago, we were all involved in a large deployment planetside, helping out the Taurian government with an attack caused by the proclaimed terrorist group Heartless Walker. We encountered ground forces, aerial assets, as well as battle mechs. One of these battle mechs in particular is one we'd never seen before. We had a hell of a time trying to figure out salvage rights and earnings with the Taurian Defense Force, and my assumption is because whatever the heck this thing was that our dear Goblin was piloting, they wanted to keep to themselves. Is Dominic here? He's the little crazy sucker that drove the hatchetsman's axe right into the back of its side torso and caused it to explode. That being said, we spent the past couple of days mulling through the black box footage that we received, as well as any data, weeks mulling through black box footage, going through targeting computers, collecting details and information to try to piece and bit together what it is we could assemble about whatever this thing is, and whatever the Taurians also didn't want us to find out about. Greg?
Alright, I had Danny on the Leopards have her techs compile this data, and if you all turn your attention to the center console here, I'm going to bring it up.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah.
What the?
Don't block people's view. Do not block people's view.
Oh my god. Whatever it is.
What the hell?
It classes in at about 100 tons. Seems to be standard armor. They suspect endo-steel structure on the inside. But one thing I want you guys to note, it's a battle mech that I've never seen before. And I don't know how this man, considering who he is and who he's affiliated with, managed to get his hands on it. We suspect it's Lyran made, but it was utilizing a weapon that we picked up from the Free Worlds League. These two here. These are exactly what it is we managed to pick up inside that crate. It boasts two of them. It's a Gauss rifle with a larger bore size. When this sucker fired off, it managed to turn late Major Darling's Black Knight into a pile of scrap. So it's heavy stuff. And as our Chief Mech Tech pointed out, if you notice the width of whatever it is we encountered, when you get a side profile out of it, generally speaking, battle mechs are not built like that. Whatever this is, it was built primarily to house these two heavy ordnance weapons. To make matters worse, it boasts ECM capabilities, meaning that this sucker isn't detectable on radar. You have to rely on visuals.
A long fire support platform, not built for close combat.
No, it absolutely couldn't. No.
Or at least you can do close combat, but...
It can be close combat. If this sucker's waiting behind a corner and you don't have a radar reading on it, that's death.
Look at Athena. Sounds like an assassination mech to me.
God, definitely.
You got off lucky
Either
then.
way, I figure it's worth keeping everyone
48.6
here
is
keyed in
faster than
on
an
what is
Atlas
going on,
too.
considering that whatever these weapons are, whoever's making them, we managed to pick up at one point and get a glimpse of before anybody was rightly supposed to know about them. And this mech itself as well, I've never seen or heard anything of. So whoever this man is, and this group we went up against, has gotten their hands on what we assume is experimental tech. And that means that there could be a lot of strings here that I don't want to think too hard about, but I figure it's fair to share with the rest of the crew to make sure that if anything does come of this, you're not in the dark. My hopes is that there are not strings upon strings tied to how they got their hands on whatever the heck this machine is. But it's worth keeping you all in the loop. You were saying something?
You said the entire thing's a blur. I remember objecting and biting my tongue, but you said the mech exploded when I took out a side torso?
Excuse me, Lieutenant.
Yes. Gauss
Would that
weaponry
mean
is known to explode on destruction. Typically speaking, one would insert a case inside the components in order to store ammunition. Therefore, if the component was to be opened up or destroyed, it would prevent the ammo from igniting and destroying the rest of the mech. However, that's typically used for ammo.
weaponry?
Weapons do not explode. Gauss weaponry does. However, its ammo does not. So, it most likely has case kept inside those side torsos to keep it from exploding and destroying the mech as a whole.
If the entire mech went down from the side torso going down, then I don't think it would have case.
If I may,
I was wondering if it was a light or extra light engine in there.
Dominic, your hatchet hit right around here. It didn't quite hit the side torso, but you did pierce the engine. The engine itself is what exploded. And judging from the
tap on
speed
your right
it's going in the
shoulder,
weight
sir.
class, we are guessing that it is a VLAR 300 rated standard engine.
You okay?
And those things do cook off.
Well, damn.
300.
Either way,
I know you said
as mentioned,
Lyran, but are we possibly looking at Clanner Tech?
I don't think
Do we have
so.
a
No.
code name for this?
Definitely
In case we
not
see it in the
adaptation
field.
for it.
Well, here's what my thoughts are.
The walking wall.
Initially, when we were having this, we picked up this contract with the Capellan Confederation. We had our ex-Maskarovka, who was Capellan intelligence and anti-terrorist worker, Nicholas. After our initial contract went south and it turned out that there was more to whatever the Capellans were up to than we were being keyed in on, I had him comb through some messages and details going through our contracts, Capellan space, vice versa. The only thing that he picked up that stand out as odd or out of place was an apparent code name. They called it Thor's Hammer. And we speculated maybe this was in a reference to PPC weaponry, maybe it was a shipment of Thunderbolt class battle mechs, or maybe clan tech, summoners even, considering the inner sphere name for the summoner mech is Thor. So that's what our guess was. Turns out they were talking about these things. That was their code name for it, Thor's
Makes
Hammer.
sense.
And potentially,
hard.
by extension, whatever this is. So that's what we'll designate it as. Thor's Hammer.
Understood, sir.
And, Commander,
Thor's hammer. Jesus Christ.
we have done a little bit of analyzing on our part. If I could discuss tactics with the pilots.
Let's make sure we save that for another time. I know it is close to dinner time. A lot of you are probably hungry. We'll have a further
Sir.
debrief and maybe catch our pilots up to speed on how to handle one if they run into any more in the field. But like I said, it's worth mentioning, considering our initial concerns, considering the ties this unit has apparently to the man who was piloting this. We might have our toes dipped into some
Not
dirt.
getting in front of that thing.
I don't know how deep that mud goes, but Let's hope it's not too deep.
You don't want to get in front of that thing.
We'll discuss more
Sir,
later.
I really don't.
It's worth pulling you all up to speed so you can mull over what has been presented to you here and reconvene at a later date.
Where's
In that case,
front center or?
Front
we
center.
can discuss more later. If you have any more questions, feel free to approach the mech techs. They can fill you in. With that, crew, you are dismissed. You may mull over the details here amongst yourselves, should you choose.
Shit.
Head over to the mess if you'd like as well. Pardon me.
Sir.
Work on that.
God.
1 moment. Yes.
You ever seen anything like that before, Major?
How confidential is this? I know people have talked about going on leave before.
Personally, I'm not
And
really someone who actually
talking about
handles,
stuff that they have or stuff on the ship. How confidential is the information? I haven't been informed on that.
Be safe to assume that this should remain with our crew in specific. So definitely keep this confidential. Now, this thing was planet-side. A whole lot more people saw this than just we did, but they don't know we have the details like we do.
That might be it.
Alright, security. You heard Commander.
Might be it.
Might be it.
Keep it to the ship.
Gauss rifles, possible clan tech,
Yes, sir.
massive.
The fact that the Taurians are being so freaking
cracked everything, anything.
Might be what?
cemented the propellant in stowage for 4 weeks
You think we're being
before
played?
they released it.
Sarah, you okay?
It might be a mech that, with the aid of Jade Falcon, might have taken up my previous company.
We've got like 4 different houses with enhancements. It's an exciting way to start.
How long ago was this?
A year
It wasn't some
or so.
small nation.
Not to mention,
Well, didn't have
If I'm being honest, I'm
clan.
hoping not, because considering the suggested and supposed strings we've already drawn with this thing, if that means that there's work with Jade Falcon as well, then
I can't guarantee on that.
that makes
The
it
readings we
really
got off
messy.
it, though, it doesn't have clan laser weaponry. That doesn't make sense if it would be a clan mech.
It might have just been.
It's not a clan mech.
We were always given little to no information. We might have been given the wrong information as well. You said it was Lyran.
I'm telling you.
If it's a possibility,
It appears Lyran and Make, when we're going through certain records. That is closer to Jade Falcon's space, that is true.
It was a it was a Lyran contract.
Also, we're planning in a 500 ship floating over TDF capital planet. It's not hard to find.
I'm not going to rule anything out just yet. There's a probability, but I won't guarantee or say what it is or isn't. We're working with certain details and absolutes, and that's simply the machine itself in regards to where it's come from and who has it and what they're doing with it. That's... We don't have any information on that.
There was
It's nothing reliable.
sorry,
However, that this clearance needs
there was one guy who survived
Just need
that.
2 on him.
Just judging from how weird they've been.
Can I send anything about that to him?
Marky, go.
Boxes, honestly.
Absolutely not.
people.
Any details regarding what we found here, I do not want to leave this ship. Seems the Taurians tried their best to keep us from getting this kind of information, but we managed to piece it together ourselves, so I don't want to run on any risk of someone figuring out that we have this.
Understood.
Roughly enthused with talking with us yet again.
That being said,
pending guest to come aboard. I need you or the major to break off the Waterman. Needs command access.
Whatever that thing
Right.
is, it's deadly.
where's the major?
And I'll major help with something too.
Back to your positions or grab dinner. Go. Done.
Apparently. If any of you can track down Major Corpse, get her over to the entry airlock. She can clear this.
Tell you what, I'll take
Commander,
care of it
you'll
myself.
remember that
What are
with
you
your
doing?
new fancy
As a keen eye.
system, you can clear authorization for docking via your PDA.
Figure I should go greet the man myself at any rate.
Let's go get some fucking food. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
As you were, everybody.
Get some chow in your stomachs, guys. Mull over it more on a full stomach.
Shit.
Hey,
I mean, only one thing for sure.
walk with me.
I want one. I want one.
Depending on where it came from, this would
If you're a busy man, I'm gonna ask you quick.
Like I said,
all I can say is that mech was not made by committee.
When you pulled me,
Definitely not an assassin.
when you pulled me from my Marauder, did you grab the black box?
I was discussing with
Yeah, I don't know.
I
if
don't
there's a
remember.
good eye on those weapon
That was a long time ago.
Side torsos. I don't know if you got an eye on the side.
I may have mentioned it, but I'd have to go through records to double check.
So is a case for those guns.
If you find it,
Yeah, the mech's built around its
I'll open it for you.
hard points rather than the other way around.
You got it.
A very,
We have someone
very
docking?
expensive way to build.
There were
and we got some training for it, yes.
Operation Gungnir. There were 2 of them.
One of these days we got to get those damper
We were
sticks
supposed to
so it
be
doesn't sound like an
guarding some
explosion every
weapons
single time.
tests. Turns out we weren't guarding it. We were
It looks like the auditory
Where-
notification, so we know
What
when
was
people
this?
are coming around.
Let's talk more about this soon.
Yeah.
I need your
This was quite a while ago.
What for?
My question is,
I can't tell.
Where was it?
why would the
This was about 5 years ago.
Where?
No, 3 years ago.
why would they
But we were
Chief
nowhere
Anderson.
near Jade Falcon space.
I need to ask you.
Motherfucker!
We were actually closer to where the. Hey, we were actually closer to where the Chaos March is now.
That everything that the commander said was correct. That it was Torian made for those.
Not Torian make.
But I can tell you right now, those are inner sphere mechs.
That might not matter.
No, it doesn't. I remember accepting the contract. They wanted our full battalion, our best.
I guess Dr.
We went down.
He'll be the one. He's the one that's supposed to be heading up the weapons lab.
We went down with 12 of our best. None of us came back except me. And the only reason I came back was because it just so happened our commander happened to be nearby and saw my distress beacon. That's it.
No worries. Hey. Like I said, I'm not going to discount anything. So, even if we can't release any information about what
I'm
this
not
is.
doubting you. That thing killed my mother.
Yeah, I can get him. Do you want me to run him by medical or just bring him straight to mess?
If it wasn't it was one of the other mechs, but it was.
Oh, I won't doubt anything. Let's not jump to assumptions just yet either.
Fuck!
We'll find a way to get some answers. You said there was one remaining survivor
Yes.
who might know a thing or two about this.
Yes.
If we can get in touch with them
Would you like me to
without,
contact him?
if you can, without spilling or releasing any information about this.
Is saying that we saw something we didn't know okay?
Yes. Do your best to be vague about it. But
I'll
draft up a message and forward it to me.
Got it.
Not got anything done by panicking, sir. Breathe.
See you in the mess hall. It's the captain is apparently an old acquaintance of Trent Air. Apparently that's the man who taught him everything he knows. Was his old superior officer.
He was talking with him.
Like Lyran or
They were in good standing. I know that much. They were talking for an hour, maybe, Friday night.
I think Davion?
okay, so present company I'm trying not to. Is he Task Force Serpent or is he Fedcom?
I'm unsure. Maybe Fedcom.
Hoping Fedcom, because if he's Serpent, we might have a problem. Not with him. People speaking to him about that. Have you read Trench's file?
Yeah, I've gone through it.
Torrent's hands now. We can just hope that they don't know how to put the thing back together and we don't have to see it again.
Apologies, I had a call on my comms real quick. In terms of everything, though, interesting ship. About pretty much what I've heard of it.
You doing okay?
Range would be on.
No.
Do you need to go to medical?
I'm not sure what for.
And cannot be replaced because of manufacturing.
Bolt the door.
Excuse us,
So
folks.
it's impressive to see how it's reimbursed.
everybody.
Excuse me.
Excuse us.
Where would you position that thing? Thing still there. Where would you stick it? For instance, if you're
Mountaintop, hill range, something that has a good distance. Gausses have a pretty good firing range on them, but effective, they still need to be relatively close.
Aye, so put it in a city. Put it around a corner.
Give it an open sight line and let it hit its targets.
Because it describes.
You good?
That might have been what killed my mother.
What are you talking about?
Fuck. I was a part of a smaller mercenary company in Lyran territory. We were given a contract with little information to fight Jade Falcon. I didn't see it. I was in the leopard, but it's something that none of them knew. The first shot was a Gauss rifle straight through an aerospace cockpit.
That's not an easy shot to make.
My
Nor can it be pure coincidence.
My mother's fireball was decimated.
Weapons platforms, if designed as an original weapons platform, would have track capability. That's what it's designed to do.
How long ago was this?
This was a year ago.
Me.
But
It's still in good prototype stages.
I forget. I'm forgetting his name, but the mech tech that was in a Marauder. Apparently he was in a similar spot 3 years ago and saw something that he didn't know.
That would be a lot of firepower. Again, if it's a single hit, that's gonna have to be a pretty massive hit. Now, aeroplanes, they don't really have much armor at all, but a
We
mech
didn't think as
makes it is lighter.
we didn't think as much of it because it was the cockpit, and we figured it was a lucky shot, and it still might have been, but
I don't know why you'd be trying to shoot one down, but
Hey, calm down, okay? Calm down. If this is somehow related, we'll get to the bottom of it, don't worry. The best thing to do right now is to calm down and try to think and remember clearly. I understand that you weren't exactly there, but...
the commander gave me the okay to contact the one that survived that drop.
They haven't exactly been subtle.
Security all hands, if any of you are not currently in the mess hall, you have been requested specifically by Dominic to arrive. Triple time. Come on over. Apparently we've got a surprise waiting for us. Top left table up the stairs.
Craig, can I talk to you later, please?
Yes.
I'll see you there.
This is Robin's up.
I know security got hit pretty hard with this realization.
This is personal.
Yep. On the plus side, burritos.
For you.
Oh yeah, security has a special prize.
We
Hope it's
we sort of prank raided the cooks.
Oh.
So I'm thinking they got something in store for us as revenge.
Hmm.
Anyone else coming?
I think that's it. What's to bet that your prize has something to do with Priscilla coming back into the kitchen?
Oh God, we were talking with her this morning. Though thankfully that didn't erupt into anything bad.
Hmm. I always think everyone's kind of in agreement that she's a bit of an odd duck.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think she just wants to cook, you know?
Yeah. Why is this box even still here? What is it? It's just sort of there.
Reminds me of a few boxes I've been seeing in the reactor. Have been there for over a month now.
Oh, I can't wait till we have the avalanche. Oh, that's gonna taste so good.
Yeah, training in quite an extensive career path. Hopefully the ship will do him.
Commander, did we figure out salvage rights yet?
Seeing as you and him are well acquainted, if you need anything, we'd be happy to oblige.
Salvage rights?
Security, have a seat.
Thank you very much.
That's still being talked about.
Once you're finished up eating,
For the most part, cooked rats.
Alright.
Find you when I finish eating.
You can go get your tacos.
Yeah, we're gonna take you over to medical, get you checked out.
Don't worry.
Show you where you're gonna be working.
Chefs are gonna prepare us a fantastic meal. I just know it.
Oh yes, fantastic.
right.
It'll either be so great or so bad you won't think about anything else.
Is this all the security?
We're missing Robbins, but you know what?
Dinner. Let me know.
Now Robbins won't be around for a bit.
He might actually be here in exactly a minute.
I don't know. He was taking it pretty rough after the meeting.
All of security here.
He needed time to himself.
I know, and I think he might be here in about a minute.
For everyone else, by all means.
You know the secret was tacos, right?
Everyone.
Waiting for everyone else to waiting for everyone to show up.
Anyone who wants a
Are you sure we're down only one security right now?
And oh, there's.
Good enough. Okay.
One tortilla when you go south.
You can make an announcement if you want. I mean.
All right, what do we think it is?
So, 5 seatbelts says,
Oh, I already know one
we're
thing.
doomed.
It's gonna be Priscilla level. No.
Not really.
Yeah,
No, dear Lord, no.
they offered me an
They
out.
really
because
pay
all
for
I
it.
did was help carry a box into the bar, but I didn't take it.
It's okay, if shit gets forwarded, I'll let support fucking get vented or something.
I know what you're talking about. So it's generally flatbread. Appropriate,
You know
but
what?
rude.
Perfect excuse just showed up.
Ham,
Uh-oh.
pickles, and then
So, what's
All right, Tucker, hit us with your best shot.
We're about to find out. Come on.
10-kilogram.
So, security, where's Taggity? Taggity, you get to cut your cake, and then we're gonna take it back into the kitchen and put it on plates for everybody.
Okay.
You'll notice that the cake says "Happy Birthday, Ali."
Good to see you.
What does it say?
Still lit. Front and center. Helmet off.
Mars open. Put the knife down first. There you go.
Being given the short stick on a lot of
So when security doesn't get their
Oh my god.
table, they get this table.
Wow, that's not something I expected out of Taggarty.
Where'd the knife go?
I don't know if it's all connected.
So we're getting.
We're
getting
no,
cake?
candles are still lit. My hopes is that they aren't all connected.
Oh, I'm out! Yeah, happy birthday!
Oh man,
either melee only.
I'm surprised they gave you a cake.
I'm
surprised too. Pretty pissed off with you guys.
Cream and cookie, by all means.
I'm very much expecting that cake to explode as soon as it's brought out to us.
And it was full of confetti.
They wouldn't blow up a cake unless I was working on it.
Or glitter, even worse. Oh god.
It's a cake for you, though.
Oh,
wouldn't a cake that explodes be the perfect cake for you?
There we go.
no,
It was an explosive
That'd be
cake.
a great cake.
Well, you would need a second one to eat.
Alright, Chief-Ray.
Fair.
How many heads have we got? 1, 2, 3.
For security second. Alright, cool.
If you want a piece,
We're
go
just
ahead.
waiting on Chief-Ray to finish his conversation.
I just ate.
Right, no, back to the table. We need all security at the table.
EOD training simulator is that it's
Yes, for those
analog
who
rather than a box
would like to learn
entirely
on the
different.
field, yes.
Brakes!
Battle Army, you're in there.
Sit down. Thank you, Tuck.
Sure.
Or, oh, thank you.
I've been on the field.
I don't know how well it's going to work for simulator.
Yeah.
If that is what you wish to learn, very well. I will put your name on
Yeah.
the list of people.
It's cake. It'll
It'll
make you feel
probably be
better.
within a week.
Not
Hey,
more.
Taggarty.
Not that it's something I want.
Maybe it's
to learn,
strawberry
something
cake.
I'm trying to face.
What is it?
I don't know why, but something in my brain
Oh,
tells
there's
me
strawberry
some
cake.
extraterritorial entity is telling you happy birthday.
Because if it goes awry, you're going to end up with people purple spots.
So,
Is goggles around?
I don't know, I just have this feeling someone's chatting in my head saying happy
Got a little
birthday.
bit edgy when
You get that checked out.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know who that may be, but I'm sure I'll get a ping from that person as well. But I thank the person.
I don't know, they may not show up on your perspective. But either way, happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Serge.
Yeah, it's,
just go in there, dig in.
What's the guy? If a person
Dominic.
who's untrained with battle armor and they don't know how to handle the Nemesis, they can
You too.
Is the cake gonna
We're
explode?
gonna take a bite.
That's why it's better to just take it out because at that point,
Do it.
we can guarantee it will not.
You know,
I just realized we were really close
that might be something to do next year.
to spoiling this by raiding the cake.
I mean, they specifically
Not sure if you.
they specifically said
not to
don't
touch
touch
the
the
cake."
cake as we were walking.
Yeah.
I bet you could do it.
Everyone looks at Sarah.
Right now.
Her hand is shaking with
Okay, you're good
the fork as she eats.
You mean smush it?
You good, sir?
Don't let her do that. No.
Open.
Cut the cake?
Hand on the shoulder. If you need anyone to talk to, Sarah.
We're here for you.
Regardless what it is, we're all family.
Good.
Yeah.
That might have been what killed my mother.
For training people in a humanoid.
What? Could be a lot of trauma to a lot of us. But if we can get rid of them and the ones that are developing this, even better.
Hey, grab some cake if you like.
They will be
What he
avenged.
said.
Them if they got trained in it as well, but if for the crates and such,
Cream and cookie.
that should be a good
I'm
enough analog.
going to contact one of my guys from my previous company. And
Power loaders, but I don't think we have.
We'll pass on the cake for now. Let's figure some
I
stuff
didn't
out.
promise. Please. I would be upset if no one got a piece.
Yeah, if we can get that in there, That should be a good approximate.
For the meantime, let's enjoy what we got here. It's a celebration.
Playing a video game.
Apparently,
Let's have a good time.
the kitchen has something planned for us, but the chief wants to keep talking about some planning.
Wow, still stand, sir. Yeah, anyone to talk to. I'm here.
Understood. I'll be right back.
Soft shells over You're fine anyway.
Timeless DM chat when you have a moment.
Yeah, we could definitely use the telemetry from the launch and its capabilities and how fast it can move, because I know the loaders are.
I'm gonna need a taco and a burrito though.
So being able to figure
Love
out
cake,
how
but
fast they can move and limit it to that.
So what, Jenkins, are you trying to call it a taquito?
excuse me? What did you just say?
Taco and a burrito.
A taquito.
This is Robbins. Does the
So what is
contain any
You
alcohol?
take the taco, put everything in it, and then you make a burrito, fill it up with everything, then you put the burrito in the taco, and you. Damn.
Make the taco.
Repeat, Robbins.
And then on one side, you add everything else that you're gonna put into as a burrito, and you roll it like a burrito.
What is this surprise?
It's over there. Oh, there you are.
Good night, guys.
Understood.
Hi, Fletcher. Go to bed, get some rest.
But not
Not a prank at the table.
I should probably tell this to
Motherfucker.
everyone at Eastern Security.
You want to tell us it now or later
Not
after
now,
shift?
now. Before people go drinking, at least.
Just go stand over there.
Yeah.
when you are ready.
Whenever you're. Yeah. Whenever you're ready, we'll be ready.
Sarah.
I mean, I
It's a
said
birthday.
my story of what happened to me.
Hey, where's Lyra?
Okay. Okay, security.
Alright,
attention, please.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Chief France, because he's apparently busy, so we'll ignore him existing right now, with the exceptions of Fletcher, Romos, and Taggarty. Congratulations, you're all getting MREs. Fuck you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll accept it with open arms.
Bring it on, boy. I'm used to this.
Let's dump the box on the table for
What
us.
kind of MREs are they?
I'll go find out.
No, don't worry. I need tacos. Like burritos. So if you...
I know. I already got one.
Get it? No. Okay.
So
we got the hard shell tacos here,
Yeah.
and then we got the soft tacos here.
Sorry.
What kind of MREs are we in? Tomatoes, lettuce.
I already had one.
Man, what happened?
Wow, you get twice.
Two in one day. I'm gonna tell everyone at the same time. I'm just gonna tell everyone at the same time.
So Fletcher already got his, so he's already. Oh man. Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry, sir.
We escalate until the ship is now pink instead of blue. They started this.
I didn't want a prank war. I mean, they did start this. You're not wrong.
You guys would notice that
Vegetarian omelet for you.
You guys, if you care, you guys would notice that Sarah is obviously shaken.
Oh god damn it! Come, no, give it back. Give it back. Give it back.
They're not that bad.
What the hell's happened?
She
What's
looks
going
shaken.
on?
It's the 17. He's gonna pull out a spaghetti and meatballs. Emery.
Thank you.
Jim, you next.
That mech. I also have that fork in my hand.
Vegetarian omelet for you.
Start drinking now. On
You want
shift.
some tacos? Honestly, once dinner's called, we can probably go start drinking.
I want to wait till I hear from Riz.
By the way.
So guys, I already had one of these vegetarian omelets today. They're delicious.
Watch the door.
Yeah, sure.
And nothing else. If you want me to add something else.
Before anyone goes
Alright, what's going on?
drinking or
The wine bottle that has Philadelphia labeled on it.
off to bed, I would like to speak to everyone.
Copy that.
Understood, Oldenburg. A moment.
Understood, sir.
It's been a long day for it.
That's a copy. That's a copy.
That
I already know what you want.
Excuse me, everybody. One thing I have to do.
to keep it simple, that
If you're about to say you look fine, or if you're about to say you're fine, you're not fine. What's going on?
The mech.
Alright, just sit down. Sit down.
If you want to
Sit down.
need to hear me tell the story, you can as well. But I'm going to be telling all of security.
And an umbrella. This has 3 mint leaves floating on top, and
Because
it's filled with ice.
might as well.
Alright.
You know,
Escorting our newbie.
to go through
I'll be there in a few.
and check your stock every day, right? Just to make sure we all keep inventory. So you know that I see you and Romos storing your guns in unsecured lockers.
I'm happy to see everybody here, and it's more life. Okay.
Are you guys that lazy? Really?
Quick deployment. I'd rather have to not go through a situation like this where we don't have access to our lockers and make sure we at least have 1 or 2 secure firearms.
Buy a fucking padlock then, or something, because that shit is super insecure. Like, okay, Slager just broke into the armory. He could have very
Excuse
easily
me.
waltzed right over to your AR, grabbed it, loaded it, and done whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
Now, I know there's levels to it, and it's not just at that level. I understand that, but we gotta start at each level if we're gonna fix that problem. I will handle my end of it. I need you to handle your end of it. Secure your fucking gear.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Appreciate it.
Oh fuck yeah!
Pass
How
that
cheap
on to
for
Roma.
cheese
Smoke
spread?
the shit out of him later. Make him enthusiastic. I don't want to hear no bullshit. I want him to get the fucking memo.
Understood. I will do my best Chief Reyes impression I can.
No, I don't want Chief Ray's impression. I want to see Davian fucking FedCom. I want you to put that federated son back on your motherfucking back and smoke the shit out of him.
And be a
Sir,
little
yes,
bit of a
sir, with all
Rupert.
my might, sir.
Good man.
Now you have to go and get
And
one.
about 5% Rupert. Add that in.
Fuck no, I'm not doing that. Fuck no. Fuck them, motherfuckers.
Torture. Pain.
It is.
Suffering.
Well, I meant for Slager.
Give me a few months to grow it out a little bit. I'll start twirling.
Just buy one.
Okay. He's over in medical escorting our new guy, so if you catch him, pass that message on, please.
Will do.
I'm gonna check your shit. Make sure you guys actually do it. I don't care if it's a padlock or something. Just fucking secure your shit, please.
I'm pretty sure I got a couple in my foot locker back in my bunk. I'll grab them.
Awesome. I know you guys don't want to go through biometrics and the fucking keypads and all that other bullshit. I
Hey.
get it. Trust me, I get it. But
Water?
you know where my guns are secured? They're in my office with a padlock on my locker. Just chill. That's all I need.
Many chocolate
Make
chip
sure it's
cookies.
done, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, where's the man with the cookies? Someone get this woman a cookie.
Yes, actually, they're the MRE chocolate chip
Alright,
cookies,
hang
but
on.
they'll do.
Alright.
I think
Real quick. Let's go on. Close the door, please. No, actually, no. Don't. Never mind.
Gonna tell. Might as well tell everyone
I've never
here.
heard this story.
So, I was my previous company that I piloted the leopard for was Harper's Hoppies.
Bar's open. Please don't close the door.
My mom was Harper.
Touching the door.
We operated in Lyran space, sort of on the border with Jade Falcon. A year ago, we got a contract from the Lyrans. Little information, fighting Jade Falcon. We were used to this, though. The
Take your time.
Shot from the in the battle was from a Gauss rifle through the cockpit of an aerospace fighter. We didn't detect it. We didn't know it was there. And I say we, but I wasn't on the ground. We didn't know what it was. Only one man survived that drop. And my mother's mech was absolutely devastated. That,
you know, if we deploy and more of these things are sighted, not AVCMs, and we can't really guarantee that you won't run into one, but if we see them before you do, we'll keep you away from them. We'll keep you out of that fight.
Where the fuck did he go?
The commander gave me the go-ahead to contact the guy that survived. I'll message him. I'll write a message and send it to him.
Thank you.
I hope that it is a coincidence.
Yeah, well, if it's not, fuck them. You really think that little of ATK? You think we can't handle some shit like that? Couple of heavy gases, couple of assault mechs. Fuck them. We'll be fine.
Fuck them.
Put some faith in your pilots and your fellow security members and the people around you. Fucking hard to go down. We're tenacious. It's not gonna repeat, okay? I gotta tell myself similar shit every day, but these people aren't gonna repeat situations that I've been through in the same way. You're gonna have to remind yourself that every day. It's not gonna be a repeat. You're not gonna lose more people, alright? I'll make damn well sure that you're not gonna lose more people, because I want to make sure that I lose more people.
How did Heartless Walker get this?
Money, corruption, contacts.
I mean,
Lots of ways.
Or they might have even stole it.
Could have stole it, yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What matters is that we took one of those fucking things down already.
Means we'll do it again.
But
that's true.
Question is,
regardless of how many there are.
I'll put it this way. If a hatchet man was able to take it out, imagine what an Atlas could do against it.
They're not invincible just because they have a new toy.
Yeah.
And that new toy isn't going to hurt the people you care about.
I'm not even sure. I'm afraid for you guys. It's just I thought I was past it. That's why I'm out here.
Never get past that shit, Sarah. You never do. And no one is ever gonna ask you to.
I wanted to get away from there. But it's back!
You can't force that. What I'm gonna tell you is going to seem really fucked up, really dark. Just hear me out, okay? You don't get past people you've lost. You don't forget. You don't move on. Every time someone falls that you care about, someone you're close to dies, that is a ghost that lives with you for the rest of your life. Because those are the people you cared about. You shouldn't forget them. You sit there and you live with those ghosts. You have a drink with them every time you drink. You have smoke with them every time you smoke. You talk to them when you're alone. And you make sure they know that you still give a fuck about them even when they're gone. No one should ever ask you to move past something like that. It's part of you. It's going to be a part of you for the rest of your life. Embrace that. Your ghosts make you strong. All of you. I know mine do.
Whereas the Lyrans have better protection, the Commonwealth has better research and development.
That's why Marines in various coalitions always say never forget the fallen. That's why they take them into fights with them. Notches on their helmets, their guns. Dog tags of their friends around their necks. In their pockets, on their carriers. Those are your family. You never leave them. Even when they're gone. And they never leave you.
Is all the cake already dispersed?
Yeah, Chief, it's right
Should
back
be a
on
couple
my
pieces
phone.
right here. Go ahead.
They always said that our lost were never lost. They've only gone to take a supporting role to push us forward.
Exactly. Chin up, Silver. Take a big old swig of that drink. And do that to honor those people.
Reminds me of a song. I remember the fallen. Do they think of me? And I'm sure that they do.
I do.
No doubt about that.
A lot of power in memory.
Well, Sarah, I know exactly the song you're thinking of. You remember the final verse?
It is alright. There are countermeasures against DCM.
I remember the fallen, and they think of me.
Be galactic pros.
Stay on the shore,
50 meters.
and look out at the sea, live all the years they left me behind.
Seeing a mech that huge, even in a city.
Forever they'll be.
2 kilometers down range.
Bones in the ocean, forever together we'll be.
Sorry.
Keep them in your mind.
Guy around and
Don't think that you owe them your life.
Is it Sergeant or Lieutenant Rollins?
Sergeant. But not really the time.
Security.
I know.
It's times like these we build each other up. Like one of our own needs some of our strength. Why don't you help her out? Give her some of that. Be here for her. Drink with her. Make sure she smiles
Approve the Actium.
before she goes to bed.
The hour is 2300 local time. Now calling for shift end. Repeat, now calling for shift end. Have a good night.
ATK's a family.
We're here with you.
Always, boss.
Hi, sir. Family within that family.
There's a variant of the
Family of dumbass misfits who play pranks on every other fucking branch, but a family nonetheless. Family of a bunch of strong badasses who fight back and who make sure
Please, stop
that when
sticking
we
your
lose
ass
some
in
fight in one of us, we bring that fight back to them.
It's a city fighter.
Make sure she laughs before she goes to bed tonight. Make sure she smiles before she goes to bed
can't help
tonight.
it, man.
Make sure she has a good fucking drink in her before she goes to bed tonight. So we give her some fight back!
No arms.
Sound good?
Weapons pods.
ATK lead.
Sir, yes, sir.
A stupid amount.
Alright.
They're still
So say we all.
even to this very day.
Thank you.
3 FP, if memory serves, carried
think it was a
2
different cover.
large lasers, an ER large laser.
I may have something that could help with it. Someone give me a boost.
No thanks needed for caring for our people.
Over here. Yep.
You do the same for us.
Yeah.
I got you up on here. Yep.
What's up?
Gotcha.
What's going on?
Battle data.
Integrity?
What is?
Tag? What?
I don't know what he's doing, but it's a long shot.
Oh, I know what he's doing.
Black box that we might have salvaged.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
If it was 3 years old, we would have seen something about that by now.
Take a picture, it'll last longer, motherfuckers.
Not if the black box.
Come on, I'm just kidding. There you go. And drop.
That's a start. That's a start.
Slayer, please don't joke about that. You could actually kill me with the joke.
Let's come here. Let's go around.
Hang on, I need to unplug myself. Give me a sec. Give me. Unplug myself. Give me a sec.
Sergeant Rumas, front and center.
You can have the rest of mine if you want.
Sir.
Charge into the capacitor.
It has been brought to my attention that you and me have been misconducting our conflict within the armory. And as such, from higher command, we are to be informed that we are no longer allowed to keep our weapons under unsecured measurements. And as such, you will be given a padlock and key until the further notice has been authorized that you are allowed to have your weapon without one. Which I doubt that will ever be ever. The lock is assigned to that lock.
Have you ever noticed that the chief has a rather large butt plate?
Only. Sir. Would you like to be reprimanded next, Private?
What's
up?
What were these?
There you go.
Thank God we doesn't have a key to this chastity belt, right?
The three of us. But
Yes, sir. What chastity?
Slayer was a great example today.
Damn, you know more than I do.
Doors doesn't mean
He probably fucks.
Speaking of which,
Yes, sir.
Speaking of which, we need to get engineering up there to reconnect the power and unlock the dead man switches. Slager
Who touched my
apparently
dead
tripped them
man
both.
switches?
Slager.
Slager dead.
Will do.
No, wrong.
Okay. All right, Robin. I'm gonna have to ask you to please
before you
stop
do.
sticking your ass out towards me. I'm flattered.
Just remember,
Stop.
though we may walk through the shadow of the valley, though we may walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we fear no man or woman, because we have the baddest motherfucking crew this side of the galaxy. Right?
Hey, Robbins. I will tell you the truth though. You've got.
I'll be up out and about. So if you're still up and out and about, I hope I see you soon.
I'll save it. Okay.
He's just gonna pull you into a hug. We're always here for you, always.
taking a drink with me, Sarah. I'll be back.
I don't think I'll need double heat.
I'm going to get changed.
I know how much shots I can let off.
Get out of this.
Same.
Yeah, go kick your armor off.
And I'm gonna drag my
I think the doubles
mattress
would
up
be much
to
more
the.
useful than the rifleman, as that thing already runs hot with what it's got.
Yes, thank you.
Need assistance?
The main thing for that
Probably.
is
As well. Yeah. Verify.
you know,